Welcome to Wally Spark Reviews.
That's Wally with an E!
Today we're doing the Instant Infusion Brew Plus coffee maker. Let's jump right into it and do the unboxing. This thing had a heck of a lot of packaging too. Let's start out with some of the controls here. You have a red X, that's to turn the coffee pot off. You have a green arrow, and that is to start a new brew, as long as there's water in it. And this does have an automatic shut off after a couple hours. So if you're drinking coffee more than a couple hours and you forget to turn it back on, your coffee is going to get cold. But you know, when you're coming in to grab a cup, if you just remember to hit the warmer button there, it'll turn it back on and keep your coffee warm as long as you keep doing that. What I do is every time I come in and grab a cup of coffee, even though it's still on, I'll turn it off and hit the warmer again, and that'll restart the whole 2 hours over. So that's one way to do it. But other than that, there's lots of functions and features on this that I'm not going to get into because that's what the manual is for. I'm going to show you a few different things that I like and don't like about it, and then we'll take it from there. This does come with the mesh filter, and these are nice, but they may seem convenient, but when it comes time to cleaning the coffee grounds out of them, it becomes kind of a pain in the butt. You can dump most of them out in the garbage, but ultimately you're probably going to have to rinse this out in your sink, and you don't want the coffee grounds going down in your sink plumbing, your house plumbing. So yeah, I don't use them personally. What I use is a standard filter. And to open this coffee pot up, you have the lid right here that pops up, and I'll show you what that looks like in there. You can see I just have my filter in there with the coffee grounds in it. A lot easier to deal with. You just pull that out and throw it away. So that's how I like to do it. And you can see it's flashing lid there to let me know that the lid's open. So that's nice. To make a pot of coffee in this, it's fairly simple, like any coffee pot maker. You're just going to take your water hopper over here and fill it up. And it has a lid on top of it, and your instinct is to lift that up like the front one, and you think it's going to stay there, but it doesn't. There's not attached to any hinges. So the first couple times I used this, basically I flipped it up and it fell down inside the water hopper here. So just be aware of that. But after you've done it a few times, you remember to hang on to it when you're opening it, like so. And then you pop the water hopper out. You can fill that up. You don't necessarily have to do it that way. You could also just fill up the coffee pot and pour it in here. Either way, reattach it, put your lid back on, and your water is ready to go. It does have a filter that it comes with, a carbon filter, and it comes with one carbon filter. So if you're going to use this regularly, you're going to need to buy yourself a bag of these filters somewhere. And basically the filter goes inside this piece that holds it, and then that snaps. I know it's hard to see, but there's a little spot inside the water hopper that slides right into, and there you go, you have a filter. I personally don't use them. That's just my choice, but it's there if you want it. All right, now that I would have water in it, I would simply turn it back around, and I would just be seeing that green arrow displayed, and I would hit that and it would start to brew the coffee. One thing to keep in mind, it has some nice rubber feet on the bottom of it. So you want to probably have it in position where you're going to be using it before you start using it, because it's hard to slide this. It's really nice and sturdy here. You're not gonna slide this easily, so it's not gonna slide off your counter. But just be aware of it, because it's hard to lift this thing around when it's full of water, and you might spill some. Just keep that in mind. So as I said, at this point I would just hit the green arrow and start my new pot of coffee. I've used this for a couple days now. It takes about 8.5 minutes to make 12 cups. And other than that, it's like any other coffee pot maker. I didn't have any different taste in the coffee that I'm making in this than I did our old one that we've been using for a year or so now. So the coffee taste stays the same. What can I tell you? You're not going to get more flavorful coffee. But with that said, there are some features on this that allow you to brew like a stronger brew and whatnot. So you can experiment with that, and maybe you will get better flavor out of it. It's all here in the manual. The manual was very well laid out and easy to understand. When you're done drinking your coffee for the day, just make sure it's off, or else if it didn't turn off automatically within 2 hours. And pop your lid open here, and you can either just grab your filter with the coffee grounds in it and throw it away, or you can take this whole little dispenser piece here out and dump that right in the trash, rinse it out, put it back in. It's ready to go again. As I said, I'm not going to get into the details about all the things that this can do, all the features, but in a nutshell, some of the other buttons here. This first one is for bold setting, which is going to give you a richer coffee. Read the manual. You can make smaller batches, like 1 to 4 cups. You got your warmer plate on or off here. This is for your automatic timed brewing. This is your H for hours, H for minutes when setting up the clock, or the automatic time brewing. Yeah, so it can do quite a few things, but basically I'm just going to use it as a coffee pot, and it seems to be working well for that. It's a little bigger and a little more cumbersome than most coffee pots, but it feels really well made and durable, and probably will last a long time. And it looks really nice and sharp too. So I like it, and I will leave a link in the description of where you can pick one of these up at if you are interested. Thanks for watching.